Do you know what's better than having a seatbelt on when your car runs into a brick wall? Is being able to see that brick wall down at the edge of the road and avoid hitting it. That's what we're doing here at Full Spectrum Survival. We know what is coming. We know exactly what is happening inside this nation, and we are preparing so that when those things happen to our families, we are ready. Here's Pete Hegseth, Department of War. He says, let's make one thing crystal clear. Admiral Bradley is an American hero because he's the one who called that final, takeout of the narco-terrorists. Hegseth says he is a true professional, has 100% of the Department of War's support. He stands by him in the combat decisions that have been made. America is fortunate to have these men protecting us. When the Department of War says that they will have the backs of the warriors, they mean it. Here's some video of immigration enforcement. This is in an underpass in Texas. Just look at them running. Big takedown there. That guy should be recruited to football. Here's President Trump discussing the USA.
Reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services. It'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. My administration reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services.
So are we going to see actual price drops in the USA? I'm not so sure about that.
We have a high unemployment rate among American engineers and American tech workers, and we're bringing in foreigners? I don't understand this. I never have, and I certainly don't now.
It's a bad time, Laura. We have a record 53 million foreign residents. 16% of the population wasn't born here. 27% of California people were not born in the United States. 1 million green card holders, 1 million legal immigrants, 1 million foreign students every year. We just came off 2 million illegal aliens. It's time to regroup, assimilate, acculturate, integrate. When you look at the Afghan refugee problem, the Somali problem, the truck driver problem, the anti-Semitism and pro-Hamas problem, everybody's just sick of it. They just want to take a deep breath and try to integrate the people we have here into the American melting pot.
What are your guys' thoughts on assimilation?
Could absolutely grow, Dana. This is evolving, especially as we do some real analysis on this. But I do think it's incredibly important for viewers to know what the prior administration was doing when it comes to vetting, especially when it came to this Operation Allies Welcome. This vetting was paper thin. They weren't doing biometric vetting. They weren't really doing criminal vetting.
You basically had to check mark a box telling them you weren't a tourist, telling them that you were not a murderer, telling them that you would not just leech off the system of the United States of America, that you were there seeking asylum from a worse country. First of all, that's not what I don't give my tax money to make someone else's life better. I give my tax money to make American citizens' lives better. And so if my tax money is going to the American citizen, okay, that's where it goes. Healthcare for an American citizen, okay, that's where it goes. Making sure that they're vetted out and needing that healthcare because they've fallen down on hard times. And the supplemental part of it is truly supplemental. But the fact that they took your money and they freely took a little bit for themselves, put a little bit in that pocket right there. And then the rest of it they gave to organizations that would give it to nationals that would come in from other countries and wouldn't even contribute to your America is absolutely asinine. Here's the Swedish people going through the streets. They've got their torches, not so much on the pitchforks. What they're doing is protesting against the country's open border policies. This is a massive blast that took place out of Australia. They're looking for the possibility that this could have been a sabotage event.
I know who I'm going to pick. I'm telling you, we'll be announcing it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President.
This is a rocky flight.
There's Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, very tight-lipped about who's going to be picked to be the Federal Reserve's replacement for Jerome Powell. You can bet that it's somebody who at least at the beginning, we'll be trying to do the right thing for the American people.
You mentioned that Pete Hegseth should be held responsible. You mentioned that you would not answer the call if you were ordered to do this. That was the gist of the video that you and 5 other members of Congress, who all served in various capacities in the military, put out there. You said, our laws are clear, you can refuse illegal orders. That video, I don't need to tell you, sparked a lot of outrage from the administration. Yes, they launched an FBI investigation. Has the FBI knocked on your door yet? Have they asked?
Well, first, let me start by saying we said something very simple and non-controversial.
Simple and non-controversial is absolutely crazy. What they tried to do was sow the seed of doubt into the minds of every person in the military, especially those who had gotten in there because they thought they could maybe wear a dress and visit the men's bathroom. This is definitely an action that was meant to divide and degrade the American military's prowess. It's hard to hear what he's saying there, but a reporter asked him, why are you going to pardon this notorious drug trafficker? Trump says, I don't know who you're talking about. She says, Juan Hernandez. Trump says that the people of Honduras said that his imprisonment was a Biden setup. He looked at the facts and he happens to agree with them. What do you think, folks? Was it a Biden setup? Or is this just presidential power?
Can't even make this shit up anymore. And it's not even conspiracy, it's history. So John D. Rockefeller, the oil king, figured out something terrifying. Controlling energy was powerful, but controlling medicine would let him control the entire nation. At the time, American medicine was a whole ecosystem. Homeopathy, naturopaths, herbalists, midwives. People actually had options, healing options. Rockefeller couldn't monopolize that though, so he teamed up with Andrew Carnegie in 1910 and funded the Flexner Report, a study that declared almost every holistic homeopathic school unscientific.
Well, I don't know about each step that she mentions there, but I do know that that is true. Medicine and the things that you can do to help yourself are two opposite ends. Medicine, where they want to write you a prescription that you have to go to a doctor for. In other countries, you get a stomach bug, you get a laryngitis, you get something, you just go, pharmacist writes you a script. No, here, you have to go see a doctor. That doctor gets money for your visit, for the script company gets money. It's all the way down the line. They have monopolized it by privatizing your health because they don't want you healthy, right? We saw that in one of their recent shareholder meetings. They said, what is the profitable advantage of curing a subject? They couldn't answer one. There is no profitable advantage to curing someone. And so what's the opposite then? How do you keep making money off of them? You keep them sick. And then maybe it starts to make sense that in our system, we have nothing but poisons inside of the food. You've got phenylalanine everywhere, even though some medicine says don't take it because it can affect your biology. But it's in almost every piece of gum you pick up at the grocery store. You've got seed oils that they use chemicals to extract. These chemicals say right on the bottle how dangerous they are, and you have to just guess that they purify it enough at some factory over in India to make it safe for you to ingest. You see, they are okay with you being sick 100% of the time because you're meant to do one thing: be born into this world, get given a social security number, and then get indoctrinated until you can become a servant. Once you become the servant age of 18, then you can be a taxpayer. Then you can be a mortgagor. Then you can be a loanee, a mortgagee. And then for the rest of your life, the next 30 to 50 years, you are theirs. If you have a little bit of money left over, don't worry. They're going to keep you sick and you'll have to go to the doctor and get that medicine. If you still have a little bit of money left over, maybe you want to better your life. They'll give you a loan for that, credit card. Then you'll have to pay them back again. This is a scam from bottom to top. And people are just now starting to realize it. When they really wake up, folks, That's when I'm scared. That's what I'm worried about, what's going to happen. Mass protesters being pulled out of the direction as they impede on justice. This is happening over in Manhattan. This is not the end, folks. You're about to see some big things happen this week. Make sure you keep watching Full Spectrum Survival, YouTube's original prepper news channel. I'm going to keep you updated. Make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment down below. From my family to yours, please stay safe and keep watch.